This will be really cool. When we talk about MOI and instability, LA Golf's argument would be that this doesn't have any.
Right.
Right. So we are seeing strikes that are causing a lot of twist. There's possibly an argument that they could have here. So we're going to see. We're going to switch into LA Golf now and see if that is the case. Okay, guys, welcome back to the Putter Studio. So today we are putting two putters head to head that have caused a little controversy.
Some beef, some might say.
Some beef, has a little beef, little spice between these two. LA Golf released their new range of putters, and not to dress it up any other way, they shot directly at Scotty Cameron, saying there is no tech, a flat-faced putter that has not evolved is basically what it is.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really offer the player any performance. Good looking putter, but more a piece of jewellery than a effective tool on the greens. Thoughts?
I mean, it's bold claims. I mean, Scotty Cameron knows what he's doing. A lot of guys on tour use his stuff on every tour. You know, yes, we get a lot of customers that come in and they want a Scotty Cameron. That we've all been through that. I've been through that. I had the disease of buying and selling Scotty Camerons like crazy. But he's doing something. I mean, the guy's smart. He's got a team of, you know, R&D people that we know, the Titleist people. They're all good people, smart. So, you know, it's whatever he's developing is good product.
It is good product. But we're here to basically test the theory is this outdated? Is this the future? This is a carbon head. It has sort of roll groove technology in there. It has the P-Series graphite putter shaft versus your absolutely stock standard steel putter shaft. So we do have some differences. Really what we're talking about is forgiveness, management on mishits with the face. Obviously the carbon gives the ability to distribute the mass where we want it, which is out to the heel and toe that offers us the higher MOI. So with this NEWPORT Plus, are we able to sort of outperform that with the LA Golf Bel-Air?
Yeah, okay. Well, let's put it to the test. Like
head to head, spec to spec.
Yeah, spec to spec. This does have the sick face in there. Descending Loft, which is cool. So we'll see what it does.
Let's see what it does. All right, Michael, let's see roll a few of the Scotty. Very nice. Look at delivery nicely from the inside.
Can you say that a bit louder?
You have genuinely one of the most unique strokes. We're trying to increase the length of time the putter face stays square. Your putter has such a slow rate of rotation. So actually impact, right? Your putter is 0.65 closed. Half an inch later, it's actually moved almost more than half a degree open, right? So the majority of that is a toe strike.
Yeah.
But you do have a sort of a reverse rotation that goes on.
Okay.
Right, which we've always talked about, trying to get you to rotate it a little bit more.
Little draws, yeah.
But very, very unique. Super square with the path, Mikey. And actually an excellent putt. Excellent putt. I like a lot about your delivery. A little bit on the up with the shaft leaning forward is what the best players do. That was good.
Okay. That wasn't a good putt.
What did you not like with that one?
I just felt a little shaky in the back.
Yeah, you got that a little more on the inside. Okay, actually read pretty good.
Okay. Bit heely, not bad.
Bit jumpy, bit bouncy in that one.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. It's why you got to measure things. What the eye told me there was you had lots and lots of jump and bounce. What you actually had was too much topspin.
Huh. And the path is the same still, right?
No, much more into out.
Right, okay. But still, that's what I meant, into out, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Your blade is rotating much faster now that you're less. Okay. So you're more into out and not quite as much down the line. Beautiful.
Better.
Yeah, that was Really, really sweet. So this will be really cool. When we talk about MOI and instability, LA Golf's argument would be that this doesn't have any.
Right.
Right. So we are seeing strikes that are causing a lot of twist. There's possibly an argument that they could have here. So we're going to see. We're going to switch into LA Golf now and see if that is the case. Okay. Mikey, one of the things we get a chance to see when we try different putters is we have obviously these points of reference that we have from the stickers. If we look at the markers between where the hosel is or the neck is on the Newport versus the toe, there's a decent distance between the two, right? About 8.5 centimeters roughly.
Right.
That's on the high end of what we normally see.
Okay.
What that does is it makes the putter more stable and decreases the rate of rotation. This guy has the furthest distance from the neck to the toe I've ever measured.
Right, okay, and it was?
10. I've literally never put in a double-digit number into that measurement. So I think one of the ways at which they're sort of going about this, and they would maybe argue this is a material thing, but it's not apples for apples, really.
Right.
They would argue, yes, but we're capable of doing that because we went carbon, right? And we're able to sort of change the design a little bit. So I saw obviously it was a bigger head. And, but I didn't realise it was quite that big of a difference. Okay, let's roll a few. Lovely roll. Tons of topspin.
Huh.
That thing was tumbling.
Rolling.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay, just keep going.
It doesn't sound the greatest.
It doesn't, does it?
No.
2 more.
Doesn't mean it doesn't work.
So we're going to do round 1 and round 2 because I do want to set the putters up a little bit differently. I think we can get a little bit more success by doing that. But probably the first place I want to start is face angle. We say on the regular, face angle is king.
Yeah.
Right? If we look at the face angle with the Scotty, 4 putts in a row, you were as good as anyone really can be.
Yeah.
If we look at the 4 putts in a row with the Bel-Air, not great.
Not great, yeah.
Right, not great at all. Your rate of rotation went up quite considerably. 12 degrees per second went up with the Bel-Air. This is where the Bel-Air came into its own though, on twist. So it basically had half of the deflection that the Scotty had.
Interesting.
In this case, that doesn't help you.
Right, okay.
With the Scotty, you are 0.37 of a degree closed with a 0.4 opening adjustment, call it that. So your standard deviation was a little lower with the LA Golf. The range was 42, so it was higher. So there is no doubt about it. It would seem that the LA Golf is a more forgiving putter. Right? You're consistently more into out with the Scotty. Very similar in club head speed. Wouldn't expect that one to change. Pre-acceleration, nothing much in it.
Okay.
You get much more energy transfer out of the Scotty. That's an interesting one.
I mean, right out of the gates, I'll tell you the Scotty to me, and obviously we'll do a second round, but the Scotty to me, I play a heavy putter.
Right.
The Scotty feels a bit heavier. It feels like I can kind of get it in the positions I need it to. This definitely feels light.
Yeah.
Hence why those numbers are probably a little different.
So launch angle now, I've moved both of these putters to 2.5 degrees of loft. But when you've got descending loft, you're not really dealing with the same type of a face, right? So depending on where you strike it, so we can obviously go into here, we can look at the top and bottom of the putter, we can look at the equator of the golf ball, and we can see what influence does that descending loft have on the launch angle, right? So we can look at that. So that's a bit of a difference also there. I much prefer your launch angle with the Scotty than with the LA.
Yeah. Round
You
one.
lean the shaft, interestingly, more with the LA. So that's a bit of an interesting one. Lie angle, very much the same. Bit of a delivery difference. So the angle of attack is more upward. You could guess that that's a little bit of shaft deflection.
Right,
Like
okay.
softer shaft, you're going to have the head rising a little bit more lead deflection. Low point is a little bit further back, interesting enough, but not substantial. Too much forward rotation with LA. So let's adjust it. We need to put more loft on the LA Golf.
Okay.
And a fraction more loft. We need probably 1.5 degrees more on the LA Golf putter and half on the Scotty.
Okay.
All right, Mikey boy, round 2 with LA. We've added a touch of loft.
Okay. Line angle stayed the same.
Line angle stayed the same, everything else stayed the same. So this should be in a little bit more of an optimized setup for you now.
Okay.
Better.
Again, I think it's down to sound. This sounds so different on this LA Golf.
It does. So launch angle's up. Forward spin is in a much, much better spot now. So you're right at the top of what we can like to see from a launch perspective. That's actually quite nice. You're now in the high end, but the right side of the spin window, which is good. Better. Okay, a few more. Okay, so second time around, Mikey, we've got a very similar rate of rotation. Face is getting closed on you with this one, though.
Yeah.
Again, we don't know as much of the physical or the sort of what the weighting is on this guy, but I would certainly like to have more weight in the toe for you. I think that would be something that would be generally pretty helpful. Twist was better than last time. So the average was down and the range was down as well.
After you increased it 1.5 degrees, right? In loft?
Yeah, that's more on that's not so much on what we done there though. That's more on just the strike.
Right, yeah.
It was pretty centered. The path was good. Very, very neutral. Pre-acceleration, a little bit quick, probably. Pre-acceleration speed may be an indicator as to why you were getting the blade closing a little bit. Launch angle was in a really nice window, so brought it up from the 0.6 up to 1.35. Loved that. Yeah, little bit toe down.
Yeah.
Heel up, which is fine. Yeah, I'll be very curious what your delivery is with the Scotty, because you actually were slightly steep.
Yeah.
On
Interesting.
that.
On the LA.
Yeah. Forward rotation from 94 to 53. This is, the Bel-Air is now in a much, much better spot for you to putt with it.
Totally. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Really quite good.
Okay.
Really quite good. We're saying that you've missed a couple of those left.
Right.
I would say that was more just down to your rates, where you got a little bit too quick and jumpy with that one. That might be something to do with the weighting of it. You said it feels quite light.
It does feel light, yeah.
So I think there might be something in the cadence of your stroke has maybe changed. Let's go back into Scotty. All right, Mikey, round 2 with the Scotty.
Okay. Wee bit cutty.
Wasn't a bad putt, Mikey.
No,
just,
not awful.
Just got to start a little bit left.
Bit shaky. The viewers making me nervous.
Bit nervous?
Yeah.
Understandable. Very nice. Pretty good. Yeah, really nice on that one, Mikey.
I mean,
Aggressive.
denied. That should have some more launch on it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, gorgeous.
That's still 2 degrees of shaft lean on it. What was it before? 4?
No, it was high 2s.
Oh, okay.
High 2s, Michael. Okay. In somewhat summary, best numbers by far there at the end with the Scotty, right? Great face angle, 0.23. rate of rotation, under 20, world class. I mean, I'm being genuine when I say that. Like, under 20 is very, very good. The range is a touch high in that last one, so
Yeah.
you know that's just you being not a player that practices their putting every day.
Yeah.
Like, you've got some variability in there. The twist went from being sort of a little bit of an issue the first time to being much better. Now, I don't know if we can sort of address or talk to your preference for a line over a dot.
Yeah.
You said you prefer dot, so we popped a
prefer
little dot on there on the top. That's where you've got your Bettinardi.
Yep.
That seemed to make the world of difference to your ability to strike it more in the middle. Your range went from 63 degrees of twist to 39, big change. So it was in line with the best of the. Now, that's been the competitive advantage that the LA Golf putter has over the Scotty.
Totally.
By giving you what you need, which is a dot over a line, we took that competitive advantage away. That just screams out to me again what we always say: get fit.
Get fit, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, do you need a dot? Do you need a line? What is it that you need? Club path, exactly the same as the Scotty was first time around. As much as we say these two putters are the same, they're not.
They're not, no.
They make you putt differently. We talked earlier on about or earlier on today, about you trying to have a more into-out stroke. That putter gives you a more into-out stroke.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice. Let's see, club head speeds, fine, good with both. Pre-acceleration, it got a little high that time. We spoke about that. It was better first time around.
Yeah.
I'd like you to, if you get on Quinty, I'd like your acceleration to be less. I'd like you to not have as much pop to your stroke.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons at times that left one comes in. I'd like you to be a bit more deliberate about keeping it one pace the whole way through. Almost like you're trying to initiate a little bit of a pause at the back of your stroke.
Right, okay.
Okay, so back. Yes.
Okay.
Right, so you don't have that big acceleration.
But you're obviously not jabbing it either.
No. Launch angle, after we adjusted it, actually was very similar.
Yeah.
Very, very similar. First time around, the range was a little bit extreme.
Yeah, a bit
now
larger.
the range is much less.
Yeah.
Go over to here. The forward rotation decreased to 47. So we're at 1 degree of launch and under 50, which is perfect. Side spin, the best with this version of the Scotty.
Right, yeah, after a few adjustments, yeah.
After a couple of adjustments. I don't know. I would say all in all, we've kind of taken both putters as we find them, stock.
Yeah.
We've customized them to a degree for what you need. And for me, that's a much better option for you.
Totally, yeah.
Much better.
The biggest thing for me is obviously comfort in, like, you and I talked about earlier, I'm trying to change my putting stroke a bit. This makes it automatic. The lab definitely fits, or the LA definitely fits somewhere for someone. For me, there's a couple things I didn't love the sound of it. It's a bit light. So it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah. Mikey, so as we round this off and we come to our conclusion, is this our technology that is now being surpassed by something new? Is this no longer a viable option? Is this the future?
I mean, for me, this showed that old still works, which is nice. Again, I use a fully milled putter. I do have a little bit of face roll technology in mind, but call this old versus new. I mean, just go get fit, and that'll tell you the answer.
That is, to me, that's the biggest difference here. Is they stood against one another, and really the first round both had a little bit of a sort of advantage over the other in certain parts. We kind of took a bit of those advantages away when we changed the loft, and we changed some of the sort of characteristics. We changed the sight line to a sight dot on the Scotty, changed a little bit of your strike. You went from being very toy to being basically dead in the middle of the putter as an average. We added some loft to this to negate a little bit of the Descending Loft technology from the LA putter. So it rolled good.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
It rolled absolutely fine. So what again, in summary, guys, is this being superseded by something new and better? Not really.
No.
Not really.
No.
You know, Scotty users out there can sort of, you know,
sleep easy.
rest
tonight.
easy. Yep. The Cameron legend and sort of legacy is not, it's not in doubt. When we knew it wasn't going to be.
Yeah.
Too much success, too many phenomenal results, obviously, with this style of putter for this to not work. It would have came out a long time ago that putters like this no longer worked. You know, rather than just one particular model coming out and changing the face of golf, right?
Absolutely.
We don't see that happening here. But the message always comes back is, are you being fitted for the right one? For other golfers, neither of these putters might be the one that works.
Total different
works
spectrum, potentially.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're doing a whole host of videos on the Putter Studio. Let us know, are you enjoying this type of content? Are putter videos something you want to see us do more of? We will do more in the month of September, as it is our putting month. Make sure you like and subscribe to the videos. That gives us the feedback we need to know that you guys are enjoying them. Over 50% of our viewers who watch these videos are not subscribers, Mikey.
You're missing out.
It's a dagger to the heart. We would love to convert at least 10%, 20% of those non-subscribers to being subscribers when you guys watch the videos. That would mean an awful lot to us, it really would. And, you know, we'll continue to deliver this type of content that allows you guys to make the right buying decisions, get the right information out there so you can make the right decisions for your game.
Definitely.
Good stuff. All right, stay tuned for more. We'll see you again soon.